Hi, and welcome back. In late improvements, the UK government has distributed an exhaustive update on the new changes to UK work visas and the Register of Specialist and Brief Specialist permit supports. The workspace has executed huge alterations that will influence the two bosses and visa candidates all through 2025. A connection comprising of 125,340 specialist supports is partaken in this video, so I ask you to observe intently. Before we dig into the subtleties, make certain to buy into our channel and hit the chime symbol for forthcoming updates. Presently, we should get everything rolling. The most eminent change concerns the support permit framework, which has gone through significant rebuilding to improve consistency and smooth out the application cycle. The workspace has presented new necessities for associations trying to become authorized supports, with specific accentuation on monetary steadiness and consistence history. Under the new structure, organizations applying for a support permit should exhibit a more robust monetary situation than previously required. This includes giving nitty-gritty financial records for the past 2 years, up from the previous 1-year requirement. The change aims to ensure that supporting associations can reasonably uphold their supported laborers and maintain compliance with migration guidelines. The workspace has also implemented stricter due diligence checks for new support permit applications. Associations must now provide enhanced documentation regarding their hiring practices, internal compliance procedures, and HR systems. This includes detailed evidence of their ability to monitor and track supported laborers effectively. For existing sponsor permit holders, the renewal process has become more thorough. Organizations must now demonstrate a consistent history of compliance with sponsorship obligations and provide evidence of proper use of the sponsorship management system. The workspace is particularly focused on organizations' history of right-to-work checks and their ability to maintain accurate records of supported laborers. A significant update affects the cooling-off period for associations whose support licenses have been revoked. The standard cooling-off period has been extended from 1 year to 2 years, making it vital for associations to maintain strict compliance with sponsorship obligations. This change reflects the workspace's commitment to maintaining high standards within the sponsorship system. The skilled worker visa category has seen several major adjustments. The minimum salary thresholds have been adjusted to reflect market conditions and ensure that supported workers receive appropriate compensation. Organizations must now ensure that supported employees' salaries meet both the general threshold and the specific going rate for their occupation code. The workspace has also introduced new requirements for companies supporting workers in shortage occupation roles. While these positions still benefit from reduced salary thresholds, sponsors must now provide additional evidence demonstrating genuine efforts to recruit from the domestic labor market before offering sponsorship to overseas workers. Technology companies have received significant attention in the updates, with new provisions specifically addressing the needs of the tech sector. This includes adjustments to the qualifying criteria for scale-ups and additional flexibility in salary requirements for certain technical roles, particularly in emerging technologies. For small and medium-sized enterprises, the workspace has introduced several concessions to make the sponsorship system more accessible. This includes a more streamlined application process and reduced documentary requirements, although the core compliance obligations remain unchanged. The updates also bring changes to the reporting requirements for support permit holders. Associations must now report certain changes in supported workers' conditions within 5 working days, reduced from the previous 10-day requirement. This includes changes in job location, salary adjustments, and modifications to working patterns. Compliance monitoring has been enhanced with the introduction of new digital tools. The workspace is now utilizing advanced data analysis to identify potential compliance issues, making it essential for sponsors to maintain accurate and up-to-date records. Regular audits of support permit holders are expected to increase in frequency throughout 2025. For healthcare organizations, specific provisions have been implemented to support the recruitment of medical professionals. This includes expedited processing for certain healthcare roles and additional flexibility in meeting some sponsorship requirements, although core compliance obligations remain strict. The Register of Worker and Temporary Worker Licensed Sponsors has been digitally enhanced to provide more detailed information about sponsor status and compliance history. This increased transparency helps potential employees verify sponsor authenticity and assists organizations in maintaining compliance standards. New requirements have been introduced for associations supporting graduate trainees and students. These include more detailed training plans and enhanced monitoring requirements to ensure that such programs provide genuine skill development opportunities. The workspace has also updated the prevention of illegal working rules with new requirements for document verification and record keeping. Sponsors must now maintain more comprehensive records of right-to-work checks and ensure regular audits of their compliance procedures. Changes to the Certificate of Sponsorship Allocation System include new allocation criteria and more stringent requirements for justifying additional allocation requests. Associations must now provide more detailed evidence to support their allocation needs, particularly for undefined allocations. The processing times for support permit applications and variations have been modified, with the workspace implementing new service standards. Priority services have been expanded, but with increased fees reflecting the enhanced service levels. For educational institutions holding support licenses, new requirements have been introduced regarding student placement monitoring and reporting. This particularly affects institutions offering courses with work placements or internship components. The implications of these changes are significant for both employers and visa applicants. Organizations must ensure their compliance systems are updated to meet the new requirements, while applicants must be aware of the enhanced documentation and evidence requirements when seeking sponsored positions. Looking ahead, the workspace has indicated that further updates may be implemented throughout 2025 as part of their ongoing efforts to refine and improve the sponsorship system. Organizations are advised to maintain regular reviews of their compliance procedures and stay informed about any additional changes. These updates represent a significant evolution in the UK's approach to work visas and sponsorship, reflecting both the government's commitment to maintaining migration control and its recognition of the need to support legitimate business needs. Success in navigating these changes will require careful attention to detail and proactive compliance management from all stakeholders involved in the sponsorship process.